What is up, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and things have been very rough for Will Smith, man. Like on public display by his wife, or I don't even know what you want to call Jada at this point, or whatever, man. So much has played out publicly where she's just like diminished his manhood. You guys remember that weird ass red table talk about the entanglement? Don't forget, she was getting, she was flirting with the son's friend, that August Alsina dude, who then later came out of the closet. It's like a damn three-ring circus. A lot of clown-ish going on, man. Like, and I'm not even trying to laugh at Will. This is just crazy. You know, millionaire, billionaire, whatever he is. It don't feel good to be disrespected in this way. And now things are getting even more fucked up for Will Smith. More trickier.
A lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time that he needed somebody to do time with him, which I was going to do anyway. He didn't have to marry me to do time, right? I'm here.
I see why we love you.
And then but he needed a rock. He needed, because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation. You know, because I promise you, he would have married me and divorced me as soon as his ass left jail. He would have.
Right.
I'll be real with it.
Right. Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
He got
And
the best.
right, he was just like, look. And I just think it was the mind state that he was in. You know, he wrote me this long letter. And I think even before Pac went to jail, he was starting to shift in a certain manner.
Good or bad?
Good. Really good. I can tether myself. It'll keep me on a trajectory. If I can tether myself, it'll keep me on a trajectory.
So yes, here we go again. R.I.P. the GOAT, Tupac, Jada Pinkett. You know, there's been so many stories and such about them dating back to performing arts school and a friendship or a fling. And Will Smith came out and candidly spoke about this, a time he was around Tupac and it was real awkward. I believe Jada put that out there as well, man. And then there was, do you guys remember that, where they said the daughter wrote a note asking Tupac to come back from the dead so her mom could be happy again? Like, this is just absolutely crazy that this stuff makes it out. Like, no personal boundaries for Will Smith at all. And apparently this, I guess, I haven't read her book. I mean, everyone's got a book out, it seems like, but I haven't read the book. Someone tap in, let me know if you have. I don't know when the book came out, how long ago or whatever, but you hear her going in again talking about Tupac. I think she said something at one point like Will was very insecure about Pac. I don't know. She just really likes putting this man's balls in a ringer. Pause. Like, I don't even know why I said that, but I just don't know how to convey exactly what I'm saying. I'm not just trying to crack jokes. She really disrespects this man on another level. And then, here she is now again in a big interview talking about, he asked me to marry him, Rikers Island, which would have been, I believe, when he was on his way upstate, when later he would come home on the appeal bail and, that have that run with Death Row Records where R.I.P., and then it's wild. Recently, an arrest was made in that case that we thought would never happen. But it's just so wild with everything that's happened that's just really got to be hurtful to Will Smith. Like, comment, guys, do you feel me on this? That it just seems like she has this thing for just really disrespecting Will Smith as a man, a spouse, companion, anything like that. But it gets even trickier than this.
On Oscar night 2022, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock after Chris made a crack about Jada's hair. I could tell it bothered you. You did an eye roll.
Right. Yeah, and I did that eye roll not so much for me, and I think this is really important, but the fact that there could be a jab at alopecia.
Will then went on a profane tirade warning Chris not to mention his wife's name. Jada couldn't believe what she was hearing.
What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
So y'all hear this right at the same time when now this interview coming out where she's talking about Tupac. We're hearing about this, the infamous night at the Grammys, you know, when he slapped Chris Rock, you know, the whole alopecia thing and all that. Jada's like, he said, wife, we haven't called each other that in 7 years. And it's so crazy. They must have been keeping that private, I thought, right? Like, I don't know that, again, guys, that red table talk, I'm not trying to have my tinfoil conspiracy hat on too tight, but it was really weird. It really felt like it was some kind of ritualistic, we're taking your manhood, pause. You know what I mean? Like, to Will Smith. And again, he came out talking about how there was an entanglement. Again, she was banging the son's friend who later came out the closet and all this, and Will was saying it was all his fault. And I don't know, man, like, I don't know what exactly Will was doing, but don't blame yourself for your wife banging your son's friend. That's so crazy. That's weird, man. And then now this is coming out. I had never heard this before, that he hasn't called me wife in years. And apparently, you know, more details are coming out that they've been having basically split up for 7 years. And it's just, again, this must have been something they were keeping private from everyone, but now let's make it public. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's just really weird vibes. Am I the only one that feels this way? You know, when I'm repeatedly saying about Jada Pinkett just disrespecting the fuck out of Will Smith, man. The Fresh Prince just getting ished on by Jada Pinkett. It's sad, it's twisted. And you know, there's so many other little tidbits and stories that have come out in the news over the past 3 to 5 years. And you know, I don't know why that's so crazy for her to think too that that Will Smith would say that, my wife, because if this was some kind of arrangement, your guys' personal business, which again, now why are you putting it out public in the whole red table talk thing and all that? But anyways, you're at this award show and this news hasn't been shared with everyone. He's repping for you that you're his wife. You know, why? I don't know why that is so crazy to her. It just really weird vibes, man. I don't know. It's so crazy seeing these two, you know, sound bites hitting the blogosphere at the same time. Just have Will Smith looking all kinds of crazy, man. You know, listen, relationship wise, treat your significant other right. Be grown, be mature. You know, if y'all got problems, handle them. If y'all got a split, have that conversation and go your separate ways. But all this sneaky mind games, just putting things out to just diminish someone, you know, just hit them right in the feels over and over again. I don't know. I think it's dirty, but I want to know what y'all think about it, man. Is Jada Pinkett on some devilish-ish? And is this just some twisted, ritualistic, crushing this man's manhood still going on all these years later? Is this one ritual that just won't end? Let me know in the comments below. It's Coffee. Sub up. Out of here, y'all. Peace.